more questions. We're going to try and, if there's anybody who hasn't asked a question, but we will respect those who have, and we will come back to you. But if there's anybody who hasn't...
finger pointing at me.
How outraged are you at no Skullgirls in the game room?
There's no Skullgirls in the game room? Let's go there right now and fix this.
Bitch is about to get cut.
It's too high. Too high.
Oh, there is. Maybe it just gets rotated, you know? He made sure of it. There is Skullgirls in the game.
Oh, nice.
Now no one has to die.
You saved lives.
Oh, my blade.
Boom.
There you go. Is that the ones outside? Okay, yeah, cool.
You saved lives today, sir.
Kimlin was going to go homicidal on everyone.
Robo Fortune.
Me too, with my blades.
You would only hear, you just hear beep boop meow, coming down the hallway louder and louder and louder.
Corpses everywhere.
They opened the door and there's 7,000 skeletons.
Okay. All right.
Jurassic Park.
Next question. Over there, Chef's hat?
Chef's hat.
It does look like a chef hat.
Oh, baker's hat.
I was wondering, why is it you decide to do the quarter turns for the game instead of like a regular up-down combo?
Good question. I would like to know that too. Oh, why did you do the quarter?
Why quarter turns? I guess I'm speaking for Mike here, but I think mostly it's easier. We didn't want to go too crazy with the types of moves, and because a lot of people would be doing things with pads, that's just the way it is. Professional guys use sticks, and a lot of the things where it's up, down, left, right, or hitting lots of corners and things like that, which are much more popular with things like Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. Those are easy to do with sticks, but if we want to be a little bit more accessible, quarter turns. And making it more consistent between all the characters helped for getting people to learn the different characters. So I think that's the basic gist behind that.
Good answer. Good answer. Survey says.
I second that.
Next question.
Boys
doing the
not,
big
boys
one.
not had a chance to. How about you back there?
He's already Beijing. He's standing and
all right,
everything.
how about you and then you? We have
We have an order now.
So, if you guys have seen the Steam trading card art for Skullgirls, which one is your favorite and why? This applies to all.
I haven't seen it. Where do I have? I want to see it. Show it to me now.
You know what? I've actually
I have
seen
the
some
game
of
on
it.
Steam, but I don't play it on Steam. Like,
You
I
don't
have it,
trading cards.
but I don't. So I'm saying I haven't seen them.
I've actually
I'm saying I
seen.
can't answer because I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I've actually
But
seen
Valentine's my favorite.
Yeah. You know what? I've actually seen some of the Steam cards, and I love all of them, but I really love Pain Wheels. It's just, I love the lighting, and I just love. Yes, it is a rip-off, but I love the lighting in the card, and I love the pose and the blood, and yeah.
Next question.
We had predestined.
Oh, it sounded like you were about to...
Yeah.
Kimlin.
I'm sorry.
I'm putting you on pause, sir. Pause.
Putting you on pause. Get it. Okay.
She was very funny.
I have two favorites. One is the default for Miss Fortune because she's fighting Robo Fortune in hers.
Yeah.
That's badass. And I also like the one for Beowulf, mostly because you see Sarah Bell being a complete fangirl in this. And I'm like, yes, I wish I was you.
Unpause.
There we go.
I was just wondering how when the game first came out, there was like a lot of reviews about how the game had nothing to do other than sexuality. I just want to know how you guys dealt with that. What was your reaction to that?
Well, I have the girls out today in honor of breast cancer.
Yeah.
You know.
You're talking about like the press reaction to, or like all that stuff. Actually, for the most part, I more or less ignored it.
You're right. You're doing gaming right.
Because I think it speaks for itself. I think that it's very ignorant to talk about a game that is all female strong characters that don't use sex to get further in whatever it is they're trying to accomplish. They're not trying to seduce anyone. They're being themselves. They happen to be sexy as all get out, but that is not sexist. What's sexist is having hundreds and thousands of first-person shooter games that hire maybe 1 or 2 women to actually work on a video game. So women like us, it takes us, for us to actually be professional voice actresses where we're working all the time, it takes a lot of work for us to book in jobs where there's maybe 1 or 2 chicks per game, except for the Japanese RPGs. Thank God for Japanese RPGs. But if it weren't for the Japanese, like the American stuff that's being made, we would be unemployed mostly all of the time. So that in itself is against...
it would just be Jennifer Hale.
It would just be Jennifer Hale, right? Like that, we're being employed, we're strong females, we can express ourselves and be tough. I mean, there's a princess that's running things on one side of, you know, it's pretty badass. So I think anything out there is coming from people who don't understand the state of affairs. That's my personal opinion. But you may have all put it very well.
I like how Paige leaned back.
You can have an opinion. You're a man. You're allowed to have an opinion.
I like how he leaned out of the way like,
I agree with what she said.
Colleen, you have him trained.
Well, to piggyback a bit on that, because I also was very surprised at the vitriol people were having about it because there were, you know, characters that had big boobs, and I'm like, but there are characters that have virtually no boobs. There are all these different body types, and isn't that great? Isn't it great that you have a game with a small roster, and they're all females, and they all have completely different silhouettes? You can look at 2 completely different characters and know exactly who they are without seeing any colors or anything, and that's like, first off, that's great art. Hey. Yes. That's, again, it's the opposite of, you know, being sexist, because it's not like, oh, well, this character is defined by the fact that she is the female on the roster, or one of the 2 females on the roster, because we're going to have a super girly one and then more of a tomboy one. You know, like, you have all these different personalities, and you have, I mean, Double is amazing!
So
we, as females, we very, 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 very rarely get to play monsters or like creature-y things, because it's always like, oh, well, it's a monster, so it is automatically a guy. Just kind of like, what? But Double's awesome. Like, I don't understand why that wasn't celebrated as, you know, I thought it was cool. Like, before it was in the game, I thought it was cool. I was like, this is great. So, yeah. More female ugly creature things. I say this as a female Tauren. Warcraft. I like playing creatures and being ugly. I mean, I like being pretty too. I love playing as Valentine, but it's cool that there's just options and diversity.
More work for women! More work for women!
Well, I do want to say I feel like the egrets are objectified a little. I mean, look at those tight pants. Look at all that leather and bondage.
Get back into the royal kitchen and make her a sandwich.
Yes! I love that.
Get her little sister ice cream. One thing I like too about the Skullgirls is they all have really different personalities. They're not stereotypical female video game characters that you see when you play a lot of games. You see like, okay, well here's like the damsel in distress and here's the sexy character and stuff like that. I feel like everyone's really well-rounded and everyone has an interesting story behind them.
Yeah. Work.
Alright, we have 10 minutes. We got some more.
Wait, I was gonna...
Oh, well,
I might just be desensitized because I've been watching anime since I was in 5th grade. I've seen a lot of crap.
About that.
I watched Handmaid May, for God's sake, and I liked it. I liked that show. You know why? It didn't matter if there was a bunch of TNA. TNA's whatever. If you don't like TNA, it's there. But is there something of value under that TNA? That's fine. It's like that, and you know. And I don't really see it as, I don't see Skullgirls as sexist. I see it as sexy. It's like, yeah, there's some jiggle here and there. There's some options, and then you got your flat as board peacock. Yay! You know, there's your argument right there. And Squiggly don't got much up there anyway. She got some junk in the trunk though. You know, I love that gift.
We all like it. Don't lie.
Ooh, back it up, back it up. But and you know, the other thing that made me happy is the timing was really nice because a little after Skullgirls came out, there's this other game called Girl Fight that came out. Go check that out and compare the sexism. Then make a decision. Because, yeah. There is a move, I'm pretty dang sure there is a move in that game where she crushes a neck with her thighs. Just cuz. Still fucking game though.
Good question. Excellent work.
Next time on Voices of Gaming.
God damn it, where were you?
I'm sorry, princess.
Everyone should smile and really slowly turn like really mad. Like.
And these pictures get
More on the salt. More on the salt. Salty.
Finally, like this hurts my face. I can't hold it. I can't hold it. I can't hold it.